3 weeks from today, another high school football postseason will be in the rearview mirror. Before we get to that point, 44 games need to be played leading up to crowning 4 champions. Today was the first 16 of those games, starting with Class A and 9-man. We start our Saturday in Class A, Shiloh hosting Bishop Ryan. We picked this one up at the last play of the first half. Bishop Ryan down 7-6. They take their first lead. Jet Lundeen connects with Drew's walk. 14-7 Lions led at the half after the 2-pointer. Skyhawks would fly out of the break on a mission. 3 minutes into the third, Carter Seifert on a keeper up the middle, plunges in. After the extra point, it's tied at 14. Just 2 minutes later, after forcing a 3-and-out and a blocked punt, Shiloh's back in the red zone. Michael Fagerlund just slices up the defense. They go up 21-14. They'd score one more for insurance. Skyhawks are on to the quarterfinals. Trinity won their region in the regular season. They're the state's 4th seed and are hosting Stanley. Titans' quick strike offense was on full display early. Third play of the game, Jace Kovash to Gage Glazer, 41 yards, 7-0 after the kick. Next possession, Trinity rolls to the right. Kovash has time, looks for his man Glazer, wide open, another strike, 14-point lead. Second quarter, the scoring continues. Kovash with his 27th touchdown pass of the season. This one's to Jake Schob. They do plenty more of that today. The Titans win big. Winner of Killdeer and DLB gets Trinity next Saturday. Cowboys are in white. First quarter, deep ball in the air intercepted by Braylon Fisher. He takes the ball to the 50 before Joseph Ducart bear hugs him and brings him to the ground, but still a great play for the Lakers. Into the second quarter, DLB is driving. Fourth down comes up. Gus Bomback gets home, and it's a turnover on downs. The Cowboys are going to gallop down the field. Cale Hansen, the quarterback, hands off to Gus Bomback, and Gus Bus dives in to put Killdeer up 7-0 at half. It would go down to the wire. Doesn't get any closer than this. The Cowboys right on with a 1-point win. Velva Drake Animus Garrison wins big over Bowman County. They'll host the Skyhawks next week. South Border heads into the 9-man postseason after the best regular season in program history. They went a perfect 9-0 and won their first ever region title. It led to hosting in round 1. Mohall, Landswood, Sherwood came to Ashley. Here's the Mustangs on their first drive of the game. Berkeley France keeps it for himself. He breaks out to the right. He is going to go all the way into the end zone for the score. After a goal line stand to keep the Mavericks off the scoreboard, Mustangs will work from their own 16-yard line. That is a lot of dying grass for France, who keeps it himself and takes it all the way to the end zone. It's 84 yards. It didn't take long for South Border to take a 3-score lead, this time by air. France delivers a pinpoint pass to Levi Buckholtz. He does the rest. It was a good day to be a Stang. They put up 56 and pitch a shutout. Back up north, we had a classic between Linton HMBSZ and West Hope NG. Linton quarterback Gentry Richter made plays with his feet all day. This time he tags it to Jace Yoakum, ties the game at 40. 2-point conversion puts him up 42-40. First play after the kickoff, Broughton does what he hadn't done for most of all the second half. He throws it. This one's to Trayton Lehman. Broughton scores a 2-point conversion. Linton down 6 with 25 seconds to play. Richter commanded to drive down the field, escapes pressure, throws up a prayer as time expires. It's broken up by Walker Broughton. That would be the game. Sioux stay alive by 6 points. Javin Freeze scores 6 times in a storm win over Central McLean, and the Huskies beat Alexander in overtime. Checking in with our college football teams, UMary outscores number 15 Davenport 34-25 in the final 40 minutes, but a slow start sees a 44-34 loss. Minot State falls big to Minnesota Duluth. Bison bounced back with a trouncing of Western Illinois. They put up 38 points in the first half. North Dakota was at Northern Iowa. They have a rough game after last week's historic win. Blue Hawks are on a bye. Bismarck's McDowell Dam hosted the Northern Sun Cross Country Championships this morning. Marauders are hosting 14 other NSIC teams. It started with the women's race, where 15 teams competed for the title. Winona State is the reigning women's team champion. It would be their leader, Lindsey Cunningham, winning the individual medal. The highest Marauder was Alyssa Becker, finishing in 5th. In the men's race, quite possibly the greatest dynasty in Northern Sun sports was on full display. Augie wins its 13th team title in the past 14 years. Ryan Hartman finishes first. Looking at the men's top 10, Augie wins lucky number 13. UMary finishes 6 of 13 teams. Their highest finisher took 8th. For the women, Winona State tallies 38. UMary finishes 3rd after having 3 runners in the top 20. On the ice, Minnesota had a good night over North Dakota yesterday. Hawks look to earn a split tonight. Let's check in up in Grand Forks, Minnesota and North Dakota wrapping up their 2-game series. The first scoring came just minutes into the second period. Puck is worked up top. Garrett Pike, his shot is directed in by Jaden Perron. Hawks score for the first time this weekend. Their second came not even 60 seconds to the third. This is Jake Livavang. Works up the right side, flicks one off the netminder, ended up being the game winner. Hawks split with the Gophers. Other area hockey, UMary completes a weekend sweep of Midland, and the Bobcats get shut out by Austin. That's all for sports. We wrap up the show after the break.